Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host Brian and my co-host Brett.
Hail Southern.
We're here to talk Farmer Wants a Wife. This is season 1, episode 6, An Emotional Goodbye. So the emotional goodbye in this episode, we're not going to bury the lead. Megan goes home. She's one of Hunter's girls, and they had a great date. I thought they were having some good chemistry. They had a horseback riding date, and she had to leave because her grandfather died. And Hunter was pretty upset about it. I thought like they could have actually been like a pretty good match, and he seems to be like, "Look, you got to go." He's kind of hoping for if it's going to work out, they'll reconnect in the future. But what were your vibes on them?
I think she was probably his favorite.
Yeah,
I think she probably vibes with him the best. And the only exciting part for me was when she almost like got ripped off her horse when it took off running, and then
yeah,
it
they
did.
really sold that in the preview for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? They looked like something bad was going to happen, and like she actually handled. I thought I've never ridden a horse, but she was like, "Yo, do this," and she just like turned it, and she was fine.
Well, her and then I guess on Allen's ranch they took off speeding with their horses.
Rebecca,
That looks like fun
she
because
rode the hell out of that horse.
I've been horse riding twice and it sucks because you just like walk on top of
Mm,
the horse and it's boring as hell.
yeah,
I'm riding a horse. I want that thing to take off, but they don't let you do that if you're just a civilian.
you're like so yeah, a
So
rookie.
there you
But
go.
yeah, hope Megan's doing okay. Haven't really looked up anything about it because we literally just finished the episode. But
Right.
got
But
to see
we'll,
her go because like you said, like we both said, like he really seemed to like her. He was emotional at the end of the episode, and we'll have to see where he goes from here. He didn't eliminate anybody. Like he cut the date, like their dinner short. Like he's like, I just need to go, and I don't want to say anything bad. And we'll see what happens next week. I don't know, but we'll see.
at this point, I think he's going to either not end up with any of his girls or whoever he ends up with, they'll just break up and he'll probably pursue
Yeah.
Meg.
Yeah, or like maybe post show. I doubt they'll do a reunion, but maybe they'll rekindle. We talked about Alan and Rebecca's date. They went on. They had to rescue a calf first, and they tagged them, and then they went on a nice little horseback ride. And like I said, they were ripping it up. Uh, Ryan and Sarah. Like riding horses is a theme. They go on a date. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I have my notes wrong here. It's I have that really mixed up. Ryan and Sarah. They go on a fancy dinner date. They dress up. He was trying to like get the vibe or they're used to dressing up and going out. He wanted to like reciprocate a little bit. I think he's gonna pick her.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess we never made winner picks, but at this point, I feel like we can, and I think she's the winner pick for him,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
after his mom gave her the seal of approval. So and he just, I mean, he eliminated the other girl that
Haley
getting
went home.
attention, but not anymore.
Yeah, that was the one he took on the first date when the episode one. Landon and Ashley, they have their date as well. Landon, it's funny, like whenever they do these scenes where they're making the women do work, the guy's just ordering them around. He's not helping. Like they're like, hey, you need to cut this. You need to cut this fence. You need to saw through this fence. You need to fix the backing of this stable. And they're just barking orders. And who was the one with the poop? Was that on Alan's farm?
I was on Allen's farm.
Alan's farm. Yeah, it was Cassidy Joe, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What did you have with the? I know you want to talk about that.
That's the only thing that hit a chord with me is because that's disgusting. So I completely agree with her sentiment in that she didn't want to touch the poop board. And then Rebecca goes in and just grabs that thing. And then they were calling it the poop board. So what does that mean? Because there was a brief clip where I thought that the board was literally under the cow's butt and it pooped on it so that they could maybe like check it for diseases. Like that's what I was thinking the poop
Mhm.
board meant. They didn't really specify.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with farm life. I'm hoping people in the comments can clarify that for us. But yeah, that's why I think Rebecca is also the leader in the clubhouse for Alan because she's about that life. She had like a confessional where she's like, "This is what I want," and
Yeah,
hopefully, I think they're a good match.
I mean, this episode was her first time to do anything because
Yep.
she's been in the shadows. So I
Mm,
mean, I really thought that Kelsey was probably the front runner and winner pick with him. I don't know. I just don't see it with Cassidy Joe. I just think
no,
she's
no.
very drama centered, and that's why she gets attention. But I just don't
Yep.
see them being a match. And I mean, even Kelsey, tried to act tough at first, but then got a little grossed out with Cassidy Joe when it smelt bad.
Mhm.
And then Alan goes up and then just like she wants to like wash her hands or rub it on something, and he literally just like grabs her fingers and then rubs the poop on his pants. And then he touches his nose, and I'm
Oh
just like,
yeah.
this is disgusting. And my OCD was getting very triggered.
Hey, that's the life, man. If you can't get used to it,
No, hell no.
it's not gonna work for you. So
I'm not a farm guy. Fuck
yeah.
that.
So I basically off the previews, it sounds like this show's like wrapping up either like next week or in 2 weeks because they said like this is the final like what I think is this little hoedown dance they're going to is like the final group date. If I heard that correctly. I don't know if you watched the previews or not.
I barely watched them, and to me, it sounded like they're like, all right, there's 3 or 4 girls left on each farm. We got to actually get rid of people.
Yeah.
So I don't think the finale is really close. I think they're gonna have to literally get rid of one person from each farm, and then maybe have like 2 episodes to decide the winner.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like when the probably group this is the last group date, they'll like you said, the host comes in and is like, you need to get rid. I think she's gonna make you get rid of somebody, and then maybe have like a one-on-one day with each remaining person, kind of similar to like fantasy suites.
We got to get down to like a final 2 after
Yeah.
next week.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Fantasy suites.
Thanks for watching. We will be back next week for episode 7. Hopefully, a little more clarity on where the show is going with, like you said, eliminations, finals, how many episodes are possibly left. We are going to do Survivor next, so look out for that. I actually just dropped Brett and Kevin's video of Australian Survivor, so make sure to check out that. We also have Below Deck Sailing Adventure that dropped on Monday. We also will have Jersey Shore, Married at First Sight, and Love is Blind on Friday. So definitely check out for that. And we also have a merch store. So if you're interested in any of these clothes, they're going to be nicer than this one. This is like a prototype from a year ago, but check that out if you're interested in that. We have everything there down to not hats. We have sweatshirts, shirts, and skateboards if you're into that type of thing, or wall art. But for myself and Brett, thank you. See you.